Hello, hello. How's it going, everybody? I know this is kind of out of nowhere, but I'm trying to keep consistent with it. Especially, I feel like absolute garbage, but I think I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't keep going, you know. But before I get started, I just wanted to say thank you to Wootball and Sock XL. Thank you for the follows, guys. You guys are super kind. I know I don't appreciate it, but I appreciate it. I mean, I know I don't deserve it, but I appreciate it. But today I wanted to keep going with some stuff I've been talking about the past couple of days, just streaming etiquette in general, and just my beliefs on it, and how everything kind of goes. Forgive me if I look like I'm looking away a lot. I do have everything written down just because, like I said yesterday, like right when I get started looking at the camera and everything, my brain kind of goes kind of blank. So I have everything written down. It might be a lot today. I don't know yet. We'll see how much I can improv on it. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was making it big on Twitch. It requires luck, yes, like an absurd amount of luck. But with that being said, your job as a streamer, if you want to make it big, you have to minimize how much luck it's going to take. Like, you have to be working on, you know, your stream production, whether it's the panels, the overlays, the lighting, the camera quality, everything like that. You have to keep trying to improve. Like, I have a list on my phone of things I'm ready to purchase to improve my stream. I need a light ring right here so I can stop making it look so bad in the background. I need a mic arm so I can hold this up and closer so I can get a pop filter and it'll sound a little bit better so I don't always have to lean forward for it, you know? There's always small things I can do to improve. I might get a better camera. It's not really a big deal right now, but I know it's necessary to look flashier. And I wouldn't recommend splurging so much so early, because you need to be able to, like, of course you want to dress for the job you want, but don't put yourself in a hole trying to get there, like trying to be what you already are, you know? Like, I know a lot of people have been going out of their way to, like, pay a lot of artists for their overlays or their emotes or their badges, excuse me, and I don't want you guys to waste so much money for something that you might quit or it just won't take off the way you think it will. And I think one of the things you should really focus on is making it you as opposed to making it flashy. Because making it flashy will come after you make it about yourself. You should really make it about yourself and your brand and show people that you're something worth investing in. Like I hear a lot of people waiting for that big host or that big, you know, raid or donation or gift follow thing from Shroud or something. I don't wait for that, because even if you do get that host of 80,000 people, what are they going to do? They're going to hit the follow button maybe, and then they're never going to watch again. That's what's going to happen. I'm sorry to say. You're not even going to get 10% of those people. You're not going to retain those guys. I mean, sure, it feels nice in terms of follow numbers, but I mean, it's not really something to aim for. You need to be able to work on making your stream worth following and try to make it easier to find. That's the worst part about Twitch. Everybody's going to Twitch for streaming, but there's like no discoverability on Twitch. It's so hard. So what I would recommend is trying to get yourself more discoverable on those discoverable social media things, those Twitters, those YouTubes and stuff like that. You need to branch out and bring that audience to your stream, in my opinion. That's almost what I've been trying to do lately. I did make a Twitter whenever I first started this streaming gig, and I've been trying to really stick with it. It's tough, but a lot of people need to do it the right way too. They don't want to, if they go to Twitter and only post like, hey, we're streaming. I do stream, yes. How's it going, Bushy? I know it's streaming. Yeah, I'm definitely doing it, man. But I know a lot of people go to Twitter and they'll just type in, like, hey guys, I'm streaming, come check me out. And they'll have a million hashtags. Hashtag small streamer, hashtag Twitch, hashtag doing the grind, hashtag blah, 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 blah. And nobody's going to want to click that. Think of all the people that are spamming their Twitch channels. You're not going to click on that, man. You need to... Twitter's about having conversations and retweeting things that kind of help you build your own identity, and you need to be able to flourish on Twitter and YouTube to gain a better following because there's no discoverability on Twitch. That's the long and short of it. There's nothing here. There's no way somebody's gonna find you unless they look for you. You know, there's no random recommended thing. That's one thing I would actually love to do. If my job could be to just go and lurk in every small streamer thing and just put them on the front page saying, hey, this dude's underrated, please check him out, I would be so happy. I would love to do that even more than streaming, honestly. I love that shit. But and like I said yesterday, use your creativity to grow. Don't work on don't rely on your gameplay. Like, even if you're the best in the world, it's not gonna matter. Because there's tons of League of Legends streamers that are top tier, top 10 challenger rank, and they don't have many followers because they're not trying. Like, they don't have that personality. It's not even about the personality. They don't have the production. They don't have the need or the want. They're just streaming because they know, like, that's what you do. You stream League of Legends. It's a big thing like that. But like, even Shroud is an absolute machine. I refuse to believe that that man is human. He is ungodly amazing at everything he does, and he streamed for an entire year with zero viewers before he made it big. Like, and he was always this good. He's even better back then, probably. I'd even dare to say he's still insanely good, but he streamed for such a long time without having anybody near him. So it's not about being the best, it's about the product, the content, the production, everything like that. Don't get so wrapped up on, I'm going to be the best Apex Legends player, and then you just sit there and play Apex for 9 hours a day for 0 viewers, because that's do nothing but hurt you. You're just being lazy, and that's just going to be a grind. I'm sorry. And like I know I said yesterday, they have to go all in, because if you want it to be a hobby, and you're going to complain that you're not making affiliate, or you're not getting partner, or you're not doing this, your stream isn't growing. But like, excuse me, read chat. Bushy says, I'd agree somewhat. I know an Apex Legend player number 2 in the world. He's averaging 100 viewers. Yeah, he dropped on the leaderboard, and I see him averaging 6 to 8. True, because he never did anything on retention. Exactly. Yeah, it's like, it's such a big boost to be able to be that good. Man, I wish I was that fucking good. That'd be so nice. But like, it's so much more than just being the best. You have to. It's more than just playing the game. That's the bare minimum of it. It's more than just playing the game. But I know a lot of people that have gone all in. Being the best does help, but it's more beyond that. Yeah, exactly. You're right. But like I was saying yesterday, a lot of people, if you want it to be a job, you have to treat it like a job. You can't. So sometimes if you're not enjoying what you're doing, you still have to go out there and do it sometimes. Like, I feel complete trash today. I'm running a fever. My eyes, I can barely keep moving. All my screens are dimmed so low because it's super, super aggravating for me right now. But I still really want to try to keep at it. It does only get you so far. It only gets you so far. You're right. Because you have to, when you want to go all in and make this thing a job, you need to treat it like a job. But that doesn't mean, I know some people, like you heard success stories of the top streamers about how they quit their job, they quit school, they threw everything they had. They put all their eggs in that basket, and sometimes it worked, sure. But please, for the love of God, don't do that. Please don't do that. It doesn't work like that anymore. And I don't want you to be in such a hole that you'll lose everything, because nobody needs to do that, man. Don't do that. But so just be super, super careful with that. I know it's super motivating to try to get into it, and you may be an individual who is encouraged by so many peers, excuse me, not fears. Yes, exactly what Bushy said. Put your job, family, friends, streaming priorities. Exactly, priority. That's all it is. Be able to balance the work and the social and the streaming. And some people say, well, if you're not putting streaming first, well, then it's just a hobby. No, you can balance and prioritize correctly to make sure that it's getting the attention that it deserves. And you don't have to be live to be streaming. It's a lot more than just hitting live and saying like, oh, I'm streaming. You need to be, like, even at work, I'm always brainstorming, like, what's some cool panels? Like today, I finally found out a good transition I want for changing scenes, instead of just it going swipe, swipe, you know? Instead of just this, I finally have a great idea. It's just finding the know-how. Like, I'm not that technologically advanced for things like that. Oh, hold on. There we go. Sorry. I'm not that great at working on video production like this. I know the Inception. Sorry, man. So I'm trying to just pick the brains of all the other artists I know that are good with that. So I'm trying to, I'm always working on it. I'm obsessed with it, and sometimes that's what it takes to be to get somewhere with it. But like I was saying, you may be one of those individuals who were encouraged by their peers or saw interviews of big streamers and were just like, damn, they went all in, they dropped everything, and they just went for it. And man, I really want to do that too, and it's not going to work. And I'm sorry that, like, like I said at the beginning of the stream, it takes an insane amount of luck for that to work. So instead of doing that, please work on lowering how much luck it takes by improving the stream for the better. Whether it's your personality, the way you carry yourself, even just lighting, the background. Like, my background's pretty trash right now, but I mean, we're going through a lot of things right now, and that's one of the things I need to improve. I have a list of things on my phone, like I said, that I can improve and what to do, whether it's production or the content. And play to your strengths. Grow with your creativity, not with your content. Or your creative content, I guess. Don't grow with your gameplay, grow with your creativity and your content. Because anybody can just play the game, like we said, but, show people that you have a cool, like, a cool name, a cool following, a cool panel, stuff like that. Be creative. I know you guys can do it. I know it takes a lot of brain power, but it makes me feel amazing. If, like, just getting the creative juices flowing, it's so nice. It feels so good. But, like, there's one piece of advice that I kind of always try to stress for a lot of times, for a lot of people that are wanting to get in streaming now, and I'd always said start 10 years ago, but the reason I say that is because people are trying to get big the same way they did 10 years ago. Because they're trying to play the game non-stop every day for, 8, 9, 10, 12 hours. 24-hour streams are a different deal altogether. I think those are still viable as a thing. Please don't do it all the time. That's awful. Sleep, exercise, be healthy. But excuse me. That's how they did it back in the day. They would just stream and play lots of video games and do it a lot. They would do it for so long, and I don't recommend doing it today because it's just... Thanks for the follow, Bushy. I appreciate it, man. I don't recommend it today because it takes so much more. It's like watching old basketball games or League of Legends things. Like, yes, for charity, for the 24-hour streams, yeah, for charity, they're great for it. But 24-hour, it's fun. I mean, you have to, like, you have to build it correctly in terms of for movies coming out, you have to get the hype up for it. You have to talk it up, make it a big deal. But in terms of 24-hour streams, yeah, I think less is more is a great thing. How's it going, Time Maverick? Hope you're doing good, buddy. Watching you tear it up on Apex a lot lately. You're doing good. But, oh yeah, what I was saying was, take, for example, professional basketball playing, or maybe old League of Legends tournaments, stuff like that. Think of, like, early, way back in the day. Let's say basketball. Let's keep that example. Basketball way back in the day, it didn't look very impressive, but those were professionals. That was the big deal. Joe to Chode, thank you for the follow, my man. I appreciate it. I know I probably don't deserve it, but I do super appreciate it. Yeah, like, if you look at clips of basketball from the 70s, the 80s, stuff like that, they look kind of trash. I'm not a basketball player. I'm not great, but I mean, it doesn't seem like it takes very much to be a pro. Sure, they're making their shots, but they're being, but they're not creative. They're not going above and beyond. That's why the ones that did would get super recognition, and just like streaming did 10 years ago, They played for a long time, but the ones that were above the rest actually got recognition. Just like for League of Legends, a lot of the mechanics, people were still very, very new at the game. And so whenever somebody would do something moderately exciting, it would just get so blown up and stuff. Joe the Chode says the advice you're giving is solid, so you definitely deserve it. I appreciate it, man. It's nice to hear. I don't know if it's good advice, honestly. It's just something. It's just kind of a Mentos mythos that I'm just trying to pull within myself to try to get it out there. It's one of my strengths that I'm trying to play on. Like, playing games isn't what I'm good at right now. Like, I can play games all day, but making it entertaining while I play games to make it a viable option for streaming. I'm trying to take a break on that part, and my strength is doing research and trying to support people. So I'm trying to, you know, play on that. But if you look at the pro basketball games and pro League of Legends games and Overwatch and shit like that, I know, Mentos, dude, I'm so stupid. But you look at how crazy good everybody is now at everything, whether it's Call of Duty, League of Legends, Dota, Overwatch, shit like that. Thanks for the bits, man. I see you're I see you everywhere trying to help. Can do you good? Yeah. I'm trying to do me, because me is just, it's doing alright. Keep doing good. I gotcha. I can do good as well, my man. I won't let you down. But that's it. Like as I was saying with the how people are just doing so much better. They're so much better at everything now in terms of just mechanics and skill, that it takes more than just doing the bare minimum like it used to. And that's why I stress again, use that creativity. Don't just turn on the thing and go live and be like, I'm funny guy, I think I can bring something to the streaming thing. It takes a lot more than that. It's but one thing I want to stress about the creativity is, instead of just trying to be like, I want to grow to get 1 million followers, I'm trying to get all the followers, please hit that follow button. If you're looking at your chat, you're trying to be, I see a lot. They're looking at the chat, hey guys, if you like what you see, please hit that follow button. And they'll do it every 5 minutes like clockwork. Pop, pop, pop. People don't need to be reminded to follow. A lot of times. They'll make it up in their mind the first 10 seconds of streaming or watching you. You feel that you get discouraged when kids playing these days. Yeah, the kids are amazing at the games, and they have all the free time in the world. Working a 40-hour week is rough. I don't want to practice 20 hours a week just to stream another 20 with quality content. Exactly. Yeah. You're picking up what I'm putting down, man. I gotcha. But another thing I wanted to mention was, I've made a fair amount, not a huge amount, but a fair amount, excuse me, of videos on YouTube, and I've streamed quite a bit. But one of the things that really drives me is getting your personal friends and family. Tom Maverick says he has to second the thing that I said about asking for follows. I have over 100, but I almost never remember to ask. Exactly. Don't, like, it's so needy. It feels like whenever you ask and you're like, oh, I'm gonna stream until I have 3,000 followers, it seems like people are just gonna be guilt tripped into following you, and nobody feels like that. Just kind of like my birthday party analogy yesterday about if you're invited to a birthday and they're like, hey, buy me this gift, and you're like, okay, I guess I will because it's your birthday. You don't feel, I mean, you gave them exactly what they wanted, but you don't feel good about it. You don't feel like it's a genuine gift from you to them, you know? I would have much rather bought something that I thought you would super enjoy, or bought you that thing on my own accord, you know? Sure, they got exactly what they wanted, but it's kind of a sour taste in your mouth, you know? You got around 1K from playing Pokemon because I was giving away EVs. Never see those followers anymore. Yeah. That's another thing I see. Like, super generous to give away EVs, that's awesome of you, but I mean, that's one thing I see a lot is, oh, going to the grind to affiliate. As soon as I get 50 followers, I'm doing a giveaway. They'll follow, the giveaway is over, they're gone. Or they'll never come back. Just like the whole hosting from Shroud thing. They'll come, they'll follow, they'll never watch again. It's no big deal. Like, they come, they eat, they leave, you know? But, as I was saying, it drives me to, like, if I have to ask friends to watch my content, friends and family to watch my content, it's rough. I don't want to have to ask, but it's not like I expect them to watch. It's more of a driving force to I want to make content that's worth them wanting to check out on their own, you know? And I know this is very esoteric content right now. This is content for streamers, notably small streamers like myself. But so they may not have my friends and family super into it, which is okay. But I think a lot of times close friends and family, I know my wife is, I don't know if she's watching right now because she's at work, but I know she has a hard time watching a lot of things I do, because if she's watching somebody that, or something that I do, or people she knows IRL, she gets super embarrassed for them. It's something just about creating content and stuff that it gets her like empathetically embarrassed for them. So my end goal for that is just to make something that's like, You've never asked to follow? Yeah, exactly. I don't think it even has a bot that does it for me. I don't either, man. I don't look at the numbers. I just kind of everything's hidden for me. I don't know. I don't care about the. I mean, of course, I care about the numbers. Like the. Okay, I can't get into that right now. I'm gonna go on a tangent. But like videos I've made in the past, she's felt embarrassed whenever she watched, so she just holds on to it. But that's why another one of my personal goals is making content that's easy enough to consume by my peers and close friends and stuff that they're willing to just look it up and watch it without feeling embarrassed or down about it or anything. Because I know it's hard for personal friends and family to get into something, especially when it's video games or something like this. It's such a not really a touchy subject, but it's the new mom, dad, I want to be a rock star when I grow up. You know, I want to be a streamer. I mean, it's like, what is video games? It's not a big deal. What are you doing? Joe the Chode says, one of my big issues is never feeling satisfied with my work, so I trash it. Yeah, I recycle. I don't recycle, I just retry everything, even with overlays, with the thing at the bottom of the screen that says, right now it says latest cheer by Bushy Boo. That's one thing that I've redone over and over again because I don't like the font. I can't get it to look like the font for my name. It won't bolden enough with stream elements. But I'm always recycling a lot. Like, I've rewritten this script about 4 times since 4 this morning because I'm still not happy with it. But I mean, it's time for me to stream, so I gotta bid it out there. But the whole thing with the viewers, I will go on the tangent for just a second. I'll humor you. The thing with the viewers is on Stream Elements, or Streamlabs, excuse me, there's a little icon at the top of your chat that shows how many viewers you have right now. Just like the one at the bottom of the stream on Twitch. I have that hidden. I love that idea, and some people, like, they worship that view number. They have the overlays that add everything. Wolfgang's followed. I appreciate it, man. You're a good man. Or Wolf, you're a good wolf, buddy. But, oh, excuse me. Time Maverick says, how much do you think polish affects viewership? My streams are still very plain without any additional polish, I assume, because I have not figured out how to add OBS yet. I think it adds a lot, honestly. Yeah. It adds so much. Because I mean, I guess it depends on how much you want to put into your stream. What do you want to get out of the stream? If it's just a hobby, just leave it like it is. You know, if it's just you and people can stop in and be like, hey, you're having a good time. But if you want it to be a job, you need to treat it like a job, just like I said. You need to do research. You need to go in early and stay late. You know, if you want to get real here, Time Maverick, you in follow mode is a total turn off. Yes. I guess I never realized he was in follow mode because I'm always lurking. I never got into chat. But yeah, that's a big turn off. Like, your chat, it looks like it's in follow only mode for chat sometimes. So I think it might be an issue. But I don't know if it was just a bug or something. But yeah, people seeing the follow thing, like, I know there's some people that have the viewer count on their screen, and it's super, super distracting. And all it says to me is, you as a viewer, I don't care about your time, I just care about your presence, you know? I just want you to be here to pump up the number. You're just a number to me. And it's so distracting. I think, like, I'm not saying to ignore the numbers. I'm saying you need to not worship the numbers. Like, after the streams, I'll look at my numbers and see when it dips in views. Like, I'll rewatch this vid immediately after I'm done. I'll rewatch it probably twice, maybe 3 times, just because of course, I want to test audio levels. I want to see what I said, if I got my point across. How's it going, Shadow Slayer? I'm actually glad you're here, my friend. I may be mentioning you in a minute. Smooth says, even with a little bit of I polished, at the very least, it feels better about it. Yes, exactly. It's one of those things where it helps you get back how much you put in. Like working out. Like I said, it may not be such a 1-to-1 ratio like working out is, but because working out is like the perfect example for you get as much as you put into it. It's beautiful. But like just changing it up a little bit makes your head feel better. And especially when people mention it, you're like, oh, I literally just did that. Yes. Exactly. after 100% of you stream, go back, watch your own stream. OSHIM audio was low, tweak it, gotta polish that. Yeah, exactly. I'm doing pretty good, Shadow. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm running a fever. My allergies are kicking my ass right now, and I really hope they would go away because I've been here for like 2 weeks, and I got a trip coming up later this week, so I really want it to go away. I need to get the sickness after the convention, not before. You know what I mean? But polished like a turd, but it's my polished turd, exactly. You polish a turd and it's still a turd. But it's super polished and it's really impressive. But yeah, Time Maverick, it might just be some sort of bug you may need to look into. Maybe look at Twitch or something via, or maybe ask for support, I don't know. We'll test it out sometime. We're all turds, but most of us like good turds, yeah. Maybe. But where was I? Sorry. Trying to go through my notes real quick. That's one thing I have to say is whenever I'm actually looking at chat, that's why I wrote everything down. Because whenever I look at that camera and I look at chat, I go back and forth, my brain just goes blank and I lose everything. My brain, excuse me. But oh yes. So something that I've actually learned about streaming is, like I said, it's a business, it's entertainment, and where there's entertainment and business, of course, there's competition. 100%. Which says, we're all terrible, blah, blah, blah. That was in my videos. To be honest, I've seen all your streams in a while. I've stopped by before, and it's been in follow mode each time. Okay, sorry. But yeah, we'll get you figured out for that, man. I know it's super frustrating, because yeah, it's a huge turnoff. And I didn't think you would do it intentionally like that, because I don't know, it didn't seem reasonable. It didn't seem like something you would do. Yeah, it didn't look like it was intentional. But yeah. Same thing like I said yesterday. If you have the word affiliate or follow for follow in your title, or blank out of blank subs, come help me out, or something to the effect of I need you to help me because I'm so lazy that I can't do it myself. That's all it says to me, is that it's so just, hey Popo. It's so just, you know, needy. It feels like you're trying to get people to guilt trip, and it's just, oh, it's such a turnoff. Sure, affiliate's awesome, but it's not a big deal. It's like, there's so many people that are going in this like, oh, if I could just get more numbers. Yeah, there's a puppy. He's a good boy. That's Sif. Just like in Dark Souls, man. He's still a little puppo. But, yeah, it's such a big deal to be genuine, because there's so many people that are just like, oh, I want to get streaming and get tons of followers and make the big streaming money, and that's all they care about. And they're like, oh, if I just tell people that I'm doing that, I'll be genuine, they'll appreciate that. No, it's just greedy and lazy, man. Don't do that. Like, take the growth part out of your titles. Sure thing, Maverick, you're good. Go take care of what you got to. I'll be here, maybe. If not here, hit me up on Discord and I'll take care of you. But it's such a huge turnoff seeing that you know, the follow only chat, the seeing hashtag grinding to affiliate thing. It's, oh god, like, I'm sure you're excited to get affiliate and you're excited to try to get closer to it, but it's such a big, like, man, I'm ready to make that money, you know, I'm ready to get huge. Hey Toxic, how you doing, buddy? I'm ready to get down some more iron sight probably after this. I don't know yet. I don't know if my eyes are gonna let me. I'm having trouble keeping them open. But it's, oh, I thought it was something special, but it's just an ordinary wombat. Hope you're doing good, buddy. I'm looking forward to the next podcast, my man. But something that I've learned about streaming is, like I said, it is a business and it's entertainment, and where there's business and entertainment, there is absolutely competition. And something that I kind of stumbled upon is that even everybody in the Discord and everybody watching me, like all the other streamers, my personal friends, you know, everything like that, you're all competition, which is funny to think about, because being a small streamer, I think I'm making a really awkward decision trying to give advice and tips to help you grow, because I should hoard them for myself to grow. But it's such a convoluted market that I think it'll be okay. I like helping out more than I like succeeding. I'll say that. I'd rather see everybody else's success more than I would see my own. I'm not gonna. But with that being said, I'm going to try a million times harder than each and every one of you. My job is to lose to you, alright? If I lose to you, I will be the happiest person on the planet. I'll be happier than you, I promise. But, but I mean so much more. Yes, exactly. Hold on, sorry. I know some of you most likely will not take any advice, but I mean, it feels so good to just get it out there, to just try to, you know, do something. I like support. I think that's why, that's why I joined the military in the first place. I love supporting. I love being the backbone. Especially in all my games. I like being the healer, but I like being the carry, you know, whatever. If I'm gonna have the guy that has to crank some shit out and destroy everybody instead of being the backbone and keep the morale up, then I'll do it. But what she says, I feel like helping others succeed will trickle down on your stream. Maybe. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, I can never control what everybody does, but it's more likely, like Bushy's more likely to raid me, visit my stream, shout out, exactly. I think it does, like having a positive vibe and being genuine is going to be nice, because I mean, it's like just being kind is the easiest thing. It's so exhausting being an asshole. Sometimes it's fun, yeah, but it's so exhausting. To me, anyway. Like, well, I'm not gonna say that, because sometimes I can just be an asshole at like the drop of a hat. But unless the doc, yes, but the doc is a persona, you know. And I fucking love Dr. Disrespect, the two-time baby, back to back, 1992, 1993, blockbuster video game champion, baby. Let's fucking go. I love that guy. He cracks me up. But that's why I was saying earlier, I wish there was a job that I could just browse Twitch all day looking at small streamers, and if I see something that I can tell they're working hard and doing it, I wish I could put them in an underrated or underappreciated thing on the front page so I can like give them notoriety, because there's no discoverability in Twitch. Like I was saying earlier, if you missed it, there will be a VOD after this and I'll be uploading to YouTube if you want to catch up from stuff you missed. But I think that'd be so much fun for me to do, because I like sticking up for the little guy. I like giving people that are underrated a chance to get in the spotlight and see how they can just take it and run, you know. I think it's so cool. But the next point I wanted to get across was, I know last couple streams have been a little bit ranty or preachy, and even this one kind of turned into it, but I want to kind of turn the tide for this next part and make it a little more lighthearted. So everybody, if you've ever quit your stream or quit streaming, even taking a break for a long time, if you thought you were done, raise your hand. I did. Sure. I have before. Of course, I quit for 3 months. I was like, you know, it's not for me. I can't answer the question for myself of, why would they watch me over everybody else? You know? Yeah, exactly. Toxic. He's done it for his rig. But like, it's such a huge question that I try to ask myself, and that's why I'm doing this now, because I would watch this content. For me, I would watch this. It's something that I can believe in, and I think that's such a big deal about being a streamer and trying to make it as being believable. And I know it's so easy to get discouraged and depressed when you're streaming, and sometimes it takes a huge toll. It really does. Smooth says, I felt like I had no time to balance it between friends, work, and other things. Yeah, it's so hard. Depending on, like, that's why I'm trying to stress, like, to kind of take some stress away from the actual going live part. Spend a lot of time thinking of creative ideas to to promote your stream, or get into Twitter, or add stuff to your overlays in game or in stream, add stuff to your panels. Try to think of emotes for the future, because you're going to use emotes in the future. People, it's a big draw. People love emotes and sub badges, things like that. There's so much more that you can do with your time while you're doing other things, to just write things down. Be like yesterday, I was just playing Final Fantasy 14, and it finally hit me, oh shit, that's a transition I can make. I'm gonna make the Final Fantasy, like, patent pending. I'm gonna make the Final Fantasy transition, the fight sequence, the battle, the whoosh in your classic Final Fantasy games. of going into a random encounter, that's a transition I'm going to try to make. I don't know which one yet, because there's a lot of good ones. Maybe Final Fantasy X, the whole glass shattering thing is super fucking cool. And I'm going to try to do that. It's hard. But just things like that. And once you find ideas to make your stream better, it really helps your mental health. It really does. Danny, how's it going, man? Your panels are top tier. I love those panels. It's so good. Yes, I constantly think about my stream, and I hate and love it too, because I wish I would do something that, you know, is a little more substantial, like buy my wife things. But I'm like, no, I gotta get a mic, or I gotta get this and that. But yeah, Danny, I hope you're doing good. I've been watching you play some stuff lately. I may not talk, but I'm always lurking. But yeah, I love those panels, man. They crack me up every time. But it takes... I just want to bring up somebody in particular. And he was here earlier. I don't know if he still is, but he's a really good guy. He's a good streamer that I frequently lurk anonymously. But his name is ShadowSlayer52. I'm sure everybody's seen him if they're in between streams. I'm sure they've checked him out. So first thing first, I'm going to see if I can actually make this work. Ooh. Hey, there it goes. Sweet. I hope that's the right one. I know he was playing Dauntless yesterday, so yeah, I hope it is. But he has been doing such a great job. I wanted to give him a shout out personally, just because he's been doing it for a long time, and he does so many things right. Like, you can tell that he likes it. But of course, everybody needs a small adjustment. They can kind of go back, ask people's opinions. I think that's one thing that people don't do, is ask opinions on, like, how's my lighting? How's my audio? Does my camera look like it's in a decent place? Like, right now, I think my camera's in a weird place because it's catching the glare from my glasses. I think it's not really a camera thing. It might be, but I think if I do a little bit of light management, it'd be okay. Which is why normally I'd be wearing my contacts, but my eyes are so destroyed right now that I kind of can't. But yeah, it's my lighting, 100%. That's why one of the top things on my list right now is a light ring that can go here to kind of balance out the light with everything, to make it so less harsh behind me, to make that kind of a reflection and whatnot. But ShadowSlayer52, he does so many things right, and he's falling into a little bit of a slump. Awesome, I'm glad the audio is on point, I appreciate it. But he's falling into a little bit of a slump, and I hate to see that. I really do, because he's such a great guy. He's so genuine and nice that I really wanted to make a personal shout out to him, just because he's been a motivator for me personally as well. Because he gets in there, he does what he's got to do. He says, I'm going to put so much into this. He's put so much work into everything he does. But he's still falling into a little bit of a slump because he's been having a little bit of bad luck lately with some viewers or followers and stuff. And I wanted to give him as an example that that's going to happen. It will. But you have to keep going. Like, I love being around because I serve as kind of a pick-me-up for a lot of people. But my end goal is to let people realize that they are their own pick-me-up. Bushypoo says, I told Shadow how I felt in Discord because I've been through his channel from a raid before and it was instantly turned off. Weird. I'm glad he's reaching out now. And I don't like being mean, but truth helps. Yes. There's some things, like, exactly. Feedback is a must-have. That's why I like Bushy. Yeah, one opinion, one man. That's why I like Bushy, because he goes in there, he says, hey, you might need to do this. Or, hey, you're in the wrong scene. Like, I've seen people that are, like, if they're wanting to play a game, they'll have this camera up where it's the big camera and the game is in the bottom left corner. And they're like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. And they'll switch back, you know? Stuff like that. But it's such a big deal to get feedback, but you have to be willing to make, or muted, exactly, yes. I know one of my Dark Souls streams, I was muted for like 30 minutes. Like, the game audio was there, but my mic was muted, and I just neglected to look at the whole mixer in my thing on the auto monitor, and I was just like, I forgot to turn it on. And then the next stream was the other way around. The game sound was muted, but I was fine. So I was like, oh, yeah, we're doing great. But yeah, it's just tiny feedback things. It's so important to be supportive. But yes, you need to hear the hard truth, because it's just like what I'm saying with, getting into streaming and it's not going to be easy. And people are like, oh, if I just give it my all, I'm going to make it. I'm like, no, if you're going to give it your all, you're still going to get shut down a lot. Imagine doing a podcast like that. Oh, I've been there. I've been there. I'm like, man, this is a cool graphic on the screen for this podcast, and that was it. It was a cool picture to watch. But it's harsh reality is necessary today, because a lot of people in life are just like, oh, if I try hard enough, I'll get it. With the power of God and anime, I can do anything, you know. And that's one thing I wanted to stress earlier, was that sometimes if you work out of your mind hard at something, that's one thing we were told. If you just work hard, good things will come to you. No, that's not how life works. I'm sorry. That's the truth. Doesn't matter how hard you work, it doesn't matter. But sure, maybe eventually, maybe not immediately, but working hard makes it less reliant on luck to make things happen. You have to work insanely hard to lower the amount of luck to get good. But for the thing with Shadow, like, as somebody personally, I've been medically diagnosed with depression and PTSD, but I have, like, so I know I have my own struggles, but I'm sure that's why I love doing this specific stuff right here, like networking, going to people's streams, talking with other people, trying to bring them up and make them feel good. Like, just with what was his name? Chabucio? I can't remember. I'm sorry if I butchered the name. But he was having some stream issues. He's like, man, I think I'm going to quit streaming, guys. And I was like, what's going on, dude? What is it? Is it a technical difficulty? Is it a mental thing? What's going on? I got them pretty blues. I had to try it my wife somehow. But, I was like, what's going on, man? But he's like, oh, I'm just, my computer. I just need a better computer. It sucks. But I was like, okay, well, we'll take a minute, we'll figure it out. And we ended up figuring it out, and it was perfect. He was happy, he's back doing what he's got to do, and it's awesome. Should not be criticized, no. But it's what I love, and that's one thing I wanted to stress about, because of course I love video games. Yeah, he's young too. He can afford any issues. yeah, exactly. He can't afford any issues. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's tough. It's hard to balance everything, but I think that's why I took a break from playing video games streaming wise, because I want to play to my strengths, and I'm not good at video games. Sure, I have my great moments. That's why on my stream, like my bio or whatever, it's all like, if you want to have great content and see some top tier gaming, you better look elsewhere, because you're gonna get nothing but like straight garbage here. Like 100%. So that's why I'm trying to play to my strengths of being supportive, being an outlet for people to go to say, hey man, I'm feeling down, help me out. Or hey, my graphics card isn't working, or I'm getting lag. And I'll be like, well, did you update your drivers? And they'll be like, yeah. And I'll send them a link to the driver to update it, and then they update it, and it works because I worked in IT for too long. Bushy says, not being good at video games can work for you as well. Can be funny and fun to watch the struggle. Yeah, it's addicting. It's like watching a car crash. Like, playing a game poorly for people that are amazing at them is so funny. Like I'm not to toot my own horn, but toot, you know, I'm pretty fucking good at Dark Souls, and watching people be straight trash is so much fun. Like, if I stopped and installed Fortnite and played for the first time right now, I'm sure a lot of you would get maybe a little bit of a kick out of it, because I will be really bad. And a lot of people I've been watching are pretty fucking good. They're real nice. It's real nice. Yeah, exactly. Just go to the help channel in between streams, and I will be there for you guys. Smooth is the straightest trash. Like, it's amazing. It's addicting. I can't get enough. But it kind of reminds me of, yes, we need we need our own Discord, our own club for being straight trash and garbage. Goddamn hell yeah. But kind of going back with being a motivator and a supporter for somebody and for other people, it kind of reminds me of this guy on YouTube. His name is Juji Mufu. And some of you may have heard about him or seen him, maybe gifs of him, but he's a super jacked dude with like long curly hair. He's a bodybuilder, but he does really cool like acrobatic stuff. Like there's a video of him like holding a barbell above his head with some plates on it, wearing a big horse mask, doing the splits on some chairs, stuff like that. And it's like, I may have seen him before, I don't know, but he's so addicting for me to watch because he gets so excited when somebody's doing their best, and whenever they are getting so close to success and being able to achieve something. Like if somebody's down on that bench press, or he does a lot of like grip training stuff, which is super interesting because I just love learning about fitness and stuff. Fitness, dick in your mouth. But no, I love learning about just weightlifting and everything like that. It's so much fun. But it's one of those things, like I end up getting the analysis paralysis because I'll research it to no end and then never go work out myself. But I'm trying to work on that. That's why we're streaming. But somebody will be down there doing bench press or something, and they'll do so much more than they've ever done before. But the fact that they're trying hard, he's sitting there cheering them on, and it just gets me so hyped. You feel it deep in your solar plexus. You know, you feel that inspiration, that heat. And it's amazing. I love that feeling of cheering somebody on and watching them succeed, or even if they fail, if they tried their best, and they know they tried their best, and they're so motivated to do the next time. It's such a great feeling. I love that shit. It's so infectious for me. And that's why, like, I preach about how hard it is, because I believe in every one of you. I really do. But you have to believe in the me that believes in you. You know what I mean? You gotta be big. You gotta pull your head out of your ass sometimes and just really crack down on it. If you want this to work, you cannot spare no expense. With my kind of closing remarks, before I kind of get off here, I just wanted to ask a final question before I sign off. And I might be doing these every time I stream, every video I get, just to kind of end on a kind of a better note, to kind of scratch the old brain. Got a big ass, it's a long way to pull. Hey, you gotta start somewhere. It's gonna feel so much better whenever it's pulled then. You know what I mean? But the question for today is going to be, what would be the most efficient or like reasonable or logical Pokemon to have in real life? I know it's kind of a huge swing from left field, but I think it'd be fun to hear everybody's answers. Like, for just viability and Ditto, you think? But like in terms of viability in real life, stuff like that. But you can either leave your answers now, or you can at me on Twitter. I'm Twitter at Actual Torment. Everything's down below. I need to get my YouTube thing set up for the stream. That's one thing I actually forgot right before I got on here. Hey Trazzle, Snorlax. Just a big cuddle buddy in your bed. Or just use him as the bed. Fuck it, man. But if you look below, you see my Twitter. On my YouTube stuff will be there soon. Please go on Twitter, at me with everything you've got. I love talking. I love seeing people and talking to everybody. Mew can control people's minds. That's he's got a good point. But then again, you could just use like Hypno or something. But I'm not going to give you my answer until next week, though. Not next week, next stream. I'll give you my answer next stream. But if you want to follow me here on Twitch or subscribe or anything, that's perfect. If you want to become a mentee of the Technical Institute for Tormented Souls. God, I'm so stupid. I hate this. The Technical Institute for Tormented Souls. If you want to be a mentee, go for it. You got to plug just a little bit, you know what I mean? But I mean, I'll be here for you guys. If you follow or not, I don't care. It's fine. I just love making a joke for it. Thanks for the follow, Toxic. You're good, man. But everything's down below. I'm always gonna be on. If you need anything from Discord or Twitter, let me know. Don't be afraid to reach out. I'm always here for you guys. All right. So with that being said, I'll catch you on the flip side, everybody. Take it easy.